Composite supply. Composite supply means a supply is comprising two or more goods or services which are naturally bundled and supplied in with each other in the ordinary course of business, one of which is the principal supply. So two, three things you have to keep in mind. That means it comprises two or more supplies of goods or services or both or any combination thereof. That means कोई भी combination में हो सकता है, two goods हो सकता है, two services हो सकता है, it may be one goods and one services. So it can be provided in any combination. And the most important aspect about that is they are naturally bundled and supplied in conjunction with each other in the ordinary course of business, and one of which is the principal supply. So you should understand the meaning of principal supply. Principal supply means supply of goods or services which constitute the predominant element of a composite supply. जो भी composite supply हो रहा है उसमें जो principal supply होगा it has having predominant element, that means उसमें सबसे important element वही होगा. So that is called predominant element and that is why it becomes the composite supply, and to which any other supply forming part of the composite supply is ancillary. So one is principal supply and another supply is ancillary supply. So that is the criteria to identify the principal supply. Now how to determine the tax liability, and that we will discuss later on, but you should understand it means that the items are generally sold as a combination and it can be considered as composite supply if it satisfied the following criteria. That means first criteria is supply of two or more goods or services together, and second important aspect about it is naturally bundled, that is goods or services are usually provided together in the normal course of business. They cannot be separated. And the tax rate of the principal supply will apply on the entire supply. This is the most important thing about the composite supply. Which rate will apply? The rate of GST of the principal supply will apply to the entire combination, of composite supply. Let us take different examples. First example, Mr. Amit buys LCD and also gets warranty and maintenance contract with the LCD. And here one is a principal supply and another is the ancillary supply. So from this example we can make out that LCD is a principal supply and warranty and maintenance is a ancillary supply. So this supply is a composite supply. And what rate is applicable to the whole combination? The rate of principal supply will apply to the entire combination. That is the rate which is there on the LCD that will apply on the entire combination. Now next example, Hotel Blue in Simla provides 5 days 4 nights package at rupees 10,000 wherein the facility of breakfast and dinner is provided along with the room accommodation. So this is also another example of composite supply because it is a package of rupees 10,000 wherein accommodation along with breakfast and dinner is provided. So it is a composite supply since the supply of breakfast and dinner with the accommodation in the hotel are naturally bundled. Breakfast and dinner are ancillary things whereas accommodation is the principal supply. So whatever rate applicable on accommodation, staying accommodation will apply to the entire combination. So this is the another example of composite supply. Next example, Samsung has launched a mobile phone with the brand name Samsung Galaxy. The company supplies the accessories, earphones and charger along with the handset. The supply of earphone and charger with the mobile phone handset are naturally bundled. This supply qualifies as a composite supply. The supply of mobile phone is the principal supply. So always people prefer to buy mobile phone along with the charger. Mobile phone and charger are naturally bundled. So that is why in this is the combination wherein mobile is a principal supply and charger or earphone are ancillary supply. And what rate is applicable? The rate which is applicable on mobile phone will apply to the entire combination. Another example, booking train tickets. You are booking a Rajdhani train ticket which includes meal. So it is a bundle of supply. It is a composite supply where the products cannot be sold separately. You will not buy just a train meal and not the train ticket. The transportation of passenger is there for the principal supply, and a rate of tax applicable to the principal supply will be chargeable to the whole composite bundle. So likewise, so many examples you can take to understand the concept of composite supply. One more example, like a travel train ticket from Mumbai to Delhi may include service of food being served on board, free insurance, and use of airport lounge. In this case, transportation of passenger constitute the predominant element of the composite supply and is treated as the principal supply, and all other supplies are ancillary. So if person is going from Mumbai to Delhi, wherein he is getting many facility like board, free insurance, use of airport lounge. So these all things are ancillary. What is predominant element? Predominant element is transportation of passenger. So it is considered as a principal supply, and all other will be ancillary supply. So this way we can take many examples to understand the concept of composite supply. Mixed supply. Mixed supply means very simple. Mixed supply under GST means a combination of two or more goods or services made together for a single price. Each of these items can be supplied separately and is not dependent on any other. Under GST, a mixed supply will have the tax rate of the item which have the highest rate of tax. So you can make out the difference. In composite supply, what rate is applied? In composite supply, the rate of principal supply will apply on the entire supply, whereas in mixed supply, highest rate will apply to the entire supply. So this is the biggest difference. Second more important difference is that in composite supply, things are naturally bundled and they are provided simultaneously at a single price, wherein in mixed supply, things are not naturally bundled. They can be sold separately. They have a single identity, their own identity. So that is the two major difference between composite supply and mixed supply. Examples. First example, a Diwali box consisting of canned foods, sweets, chocolates, cakes, dry fruits, aerated drinks, and fruit juices supplied for a single price is a mixed supply. All are also sold separately. Since aerated drinks have the highest GST rate of 28%, aerated drinks will be treated as a principal supply and 28% will apply on the entire gift box. Each of these items can be supplied separately and is not dependent on any other. It shall not be a mixed supply if these items are supplied separately. That means if they are sold separately, then they are not mixed supply. So that is why this is the few things that you have to remember. That then only you can identify whether it is a composite supply or a mixed supply. Another example, rent deed executed for renting of a different floors of a building, one for the residence and another for a commercial purpose to the same person. It will be treated as a mixed supply as the floors could have been rented independently. अगर वो चाहता तो फर्स्ट फ्लोर अलग से रेंट पे दे सकता था और सेकंड फ्लोर अलग रेंट पे दे सकता था, and it have independent identity. So that is why it is also a case of mixed supply. A supply of package comprising of shirt, trouser, tie and belt for a single price. It is a mixed supply. Why? The reason being each of these items can be supplied separately and is not dependent on any other. That means they are not naturally bundled. They can be sold separately. Everything is having separate identity. Like if person wants to buy a shirt only, then he can purchase only shirt. He can only purchase trouser. So, but if these four things are provided in a combination, then it will become a mixed supply. Now, next one, many shop offers a free bucket with detergent purchase. This is a mixed supply as it does not satisfy the second condition. That is, it can be sold separately. You can buy just a bucket or just a detergent, and the highest rate of GST will apply then. Now, one another example to understand the concept of mixed supply. A shopkeeper selling storage water bottle along with a refrigerator. Bottles and refrigerator can easily be priced and sold independently and are not naturally bundled. So such supplies are mixed supply. जैसे रेफ्रिजरेटर का बोतल को भी अलग प्राइस से बेच सकता था, रेफ्रिजरेटर का भी अलग प्राइस निकाल सकता है, and that can be sold separately. But as they are provided as a combo, then it will become a mixed supply. So this is the aspect you have to understand to differentiate between composite supply and mixed supply.
Thanks for watching my video. Do like and subscribe my YouTube channel.